my dorklings, welcome back to another unboxing video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Onn Gaming LED keyboard from Walmart. This is the $20 edition, so keep that in mind. This is $19.99. This is not the $45 mechanical one. This is the $20 membrane keyboard. Taking a look at the back of the box here, we can tell that is an LED gaming keyboard. It has 104 membrane gaming keys, 5 backlit rainbow color zones with 3 light modes, anti-ghosting for simultaneous keystrokes, and software download from macro programming for Windows only, which we'll take a look at. All right, so opening up the box, we have all 104 keys. Again, this is membrane, so it's probably not going to be very clicky. Oh yeah, that is nice. All right, so right off the bat, we have a 6-foot long nylon braided cord. It's USB-A, not USB-C. It actually feels like sturdy plastic. It's got some weight to it. Flipping over to the back side here, we can see it's got the angled feet, so you can have the angled keyboard feel, which I personally like. Here's a little bit of the quick start guide. It has function keys, what your system requirements need to be, which is Windows 7, 8, 10, or 11, or Mac OS 10.5 or newer. The gaming software is only compatible with Windows, so sorry Mac users, and you need one available USB port on your laptop or computer. Some of the things you can do on this keyboard include increasing or decreasing the brightness with the FN keys, the function key, and page up or down. You can also lock and unlock the Windows key, which is super helpful in my opinion. I know personally I've been there where I've accidentally hit the Windows key and got shot in a video game, and then I wanted to rage quit and it was a mess. We can also quick play sounds with media, decrease and increase the volume, mute your sound, stop playing the media, switch to previous media tracks, open up your default email program, start the default web browser and load the home web page, open Microsoft Calculator, swap WASD with arrow keys, and lastly we can press the function key with the left or right arrows to increase or decrease the black light blinking speed. And lastly, before we move on to the keyboard and the software and all that fun stuff, this is just a quick overview of the back side of the quick start guide. Looks like it's got things such as your keyboard settings, your keyboard configuration, the different things you can do with it like the lighting effects, and all of that good stuff. The box does claim that this is plug and play, meaning that you plug it into your computer in an available USB port and it should just work. So we're going to test that now. Take a look at that. That is amazing. I'm not really a fan of RGB, but this is actually kind of cool. These are membrane keys, so we will go ahead and let you guys hear that up close now. I was looking at reviews before I purchased this, and a lot of people were saying that their keys aren't fully printed and you can't see the lights through them, but I have to disagree. I like the feel of it. It feels very solid, and I like the fact that it's a membrane keyboard and it's not too loud. I do stream Sundays, Mondays, and Tuesdays, and I know that it can be quite annoying when you have your keyboard in the background of your streams when people are trying to hear you while streaming. Let's hop over to the software and I'll show you guys how to get that and set it up. All right, so we are here on my desktop and we're going to download the software. It says you can do that by onn2.tech. That is ONN2.tech. So upon going to the website, we can see it just immediately gives us the .exe, which is the installation file. We're going to open that up and install it now. I'm personally going to turn on the driver when the installation is complete. That way I won't have to restart my computer. All right, the application has been fully installed on our computer. Let's click finish. And this is the software. Assigned GM library, game 1, game 2, all the way to game 5. Off the top of my head, I would have to guess that these are different configurations that you can have depending on what game you would like to play. So according to the quick start guide, this is the game mode smart center. It says in assigned GM, you can save settings of macros, color, or sensitivity in up to 5 game modes from game 1 to game 5. Blue frame is the current game mode you are using, meaning game 1. You move your cursor onto one of these, an edit button will pop up. You can click that to edit your keyboard. And look at that. Nice. Quick side note, we can actually change these from game 1 to game 5, so if we want specific profiles and you are going to utilize this, you can do so by clicking the pen icon, which allows you to do things like renaming it. So instead of game 1, we could have, say, Call of Duty, and you can even have an image, so that way you can distinguish which one of these are for what game. Proceeding on, we can click edit on game 1, and we have a picture of our exact keyboard here. In the program itself, when you are editing a game, this tells you what keyboard you have, 22478, That's apparently the model. This is section 2, where you can change what the keys do. So standard, multimedia, office, like cut, copy, paste, undo, select. So for example, if I wanted to open up my media player, I can assign the enter key to do just that. Then in section 3, in the bottom here, these are the different settings that we could do, like polling rate and repeat rate and whatever in key is, exchange key, and Windows lock. According to the manual, the in key turns on or off the rollover anti-ghosting. Something else we can do is set up macros. Macros basically are a set of data keys that you can press. So here, just by pressing the enter key, I could have it hit Control C and then Control V, for example. That way I can copy and paste just by clicking one button. Super helpful, super handy, especially if you do stuff like stream and you don't use, say, the number keypad. You can actually set it up to where I could open up a program, or I could put something in chat, something along those lines. All right, so now on to the fun part where we get to change the lighting of the keyboard. All right, so in order to change the lighting in the software, we simply have to left click, hold, drag over the entire keyboard, and let go of left click. Oh, look at that. We have breathing, full lighting, blinking, and off. So let's just click off, then OK. Oh yeah, so it just turns the keyboard off. And if we want to do it again, just same thing. We have blinking, we've got the brightness all the way up, and speed. And that's what that looks like. Personally, I don't like the blinking. I would prefer it breathe. Then breathing, it's kind of like a breathe in, and then breathe out. Breathing is basically fading in and fading out. As you guys can see here, included is breathing, full lighting, blinking off and on. Color changing is not allowed on this specific keyboard. So there we go. Speed is adjust the lightning speed, and brightness is to adjust the light level. So that kind of stinks. We have to keep it where it's RGB, or we can have it breathing, blinking, or off. All right, so this is Once Human. We're just going to play for a second here. This game isn't too reliant on keyboard controls. So far, it seems to be working. Space is working. Control is working. Crouching is working. Do our F keys. Okay. We got F12, which takes a screenshot. Print screen. All right. Yeah, so this game isn't too terribly taxing, like I said, as far as keyboard use goes, but I do enjoy the feel of the keyboard itself. Super cool. I'm glad that my space bar is actually working, because my old keyboard, that's the main reason why I ended up getting this keyboard, is because my space bar was going out on my last one. So it's very nice to be able to jump every time I press the jump key. All right, so my final thoughts on this keyboard, the LED on membrane keyboard for $20, not the mechanical one for $45. Overall, I had a good experience testing it out. I love the build quality, the look, the feel. I think it does exactly what it's supposed to do. You plug it in, it works just from out of the box. The software technically isn't needed. That's just if you want to change the colors or change the layout. And yeah, I definitely would recommend it. 20 bucks. Some people are arguing that you get what you pay for. So far, I really like it. It does everything that I want it to do and more. If you found this unboxing helpful, please make sure you smash and subscribe down below. Turn on the bell if you want to be notified the next time I do an unboxing video. Thank you guys for sticking around, and I will catch you on the next unboxing. Bye.